Hi, my name is Mandolin Royal, and today I'm interrupting my chores to take a little walkthrough of my process and what I've got going on. So on a normal day, I'm out here for like a half hour to 45 minutes doing the bare minimum maintenance, getting everybody fed, watered, let out, collecting eggs, and nitpicking a couple of birds before I get on with my day and go do some other stuff. But today is one of those long haul days where there's a lot more to do to keep everything moving and flowing. So on my agenda today, I have 6 more of the hatchery pullets. I've got to get their picture, get them moved into a selling pen, clean this pen out, and refill it with some American Bresse. These girls are going to go on to become just general backyard layers. They're pretty friendly. They'll do great at that. These are the pens I'm hatching from, so no immediate needs there other than the routine. I finally got this pen filled with grow outs, and these are some of the birds that I liked. And I featured a couple of them in my last video. They are Tornado's offspring. And one of my friends was nice enough to point out to me that my favorite pullet for growth probably has knock knees. So I went back and looked at that video, and I don't think he's wrong. I got blinded by weights. So if I get a chance today, I'm going to pull out all these pullets and we're going to look a lot closer at them and see what's going on and who the new favorite is, because knock knees are not something I want to breed forward, and that's enough to pull a bird out of contention. Ooh, but right now, if you look at, well, that pellet just moved in the way, and then he moved. But the width that was showing on that guy a couple of frames ago, that's what I want. So I have to make sure the girls are standing nice and square too. I bet that's her on the right side. See how the knees are bowing in? So I've got to resort that pen. This is a dinner pen. These boys need to move to rooster coop. So I just need to muck it out real quick. Get them situated. Those are the turkeys. Due for a clean out, but maybe tomorrow. This pen, I've got to muck it out. There's no birds in it right now. I've been letting the cat go in there and hunt. Every time I have an empty pen, I leave the door open so that the reliable barn kitty can go in there and do her job. I've got to refill all of my feed cans. Wait until the last moment there, of course. I need 3 empty brooders. And as you can see with the light usage, I have 1 empty brooder. So the turkeys up top here, they're 4 weeks old now. They can go on and move down the hill to a tractor. So I was in the middle of prepping that tractor when I had the bright idea to do this video. So that'll empty that one. These on the bottom are going to move over to that empty pen I just showed you. And then I will have my 3 needed empty brooders. And one of the reasons I torture myself this way by always moving birds and flowing them through our grow spaces is because it forces me to put my hands on every single one of them as I go. So I can handle them, I can touch them, I can see how they're filling in, I can see what their fleshing looks like. I can spread their wings out and look at how they're initially developing. And every single time I sort a group of birds, I can change my mind. And it's flexible, leading all the way up until processing day. And once I've made that decision, that's it. But this way, I've got a hatch in progress in the hatcher. Both of my hatch room brooders are full, so these guys will be getting moved out and split up to my 3 empty brooders. This will all get mucked out, sanitized, refreshed, refilled, And then I get to go back to just routine maintenance until the next hatch. And then I run back through the cycle again. I move some more birds. I handle some more birds. Sort some more birds. Until my brain and my eyeballs and my hands are very familiar with everything going on here. If I just chucked them all into a pen and kept them there for the duration of growth, I'm not going to have my data. I'm not going to know which birds grew the best. I'm not going to know which ones got the fleshiest, stayed the fleshiest throughout the duration of growth. Because some birds, they might start off meaty when they're a little 4-week-old chunky butt. But once they start doing skeletal growth, they can lean right on out, focus on bone growth, and they may or may not get meaty again after that. And that's probably my #1 complaint with dual-purpose birds, is that growth rate that's a lot like a heritage turkey when they lean out. This boy here, he never leaned out. He stayed chunky for the duration. And the only reason I know that about him is because he too had to hustle through our growth space and tell me about himself as he grew. So I got to know him very well. And probably by about 6 weeks old, he was a running favorite. And I kept track of him as he shifted through our growth spaces. And now here he is, with his very own breeding pen. So this season, I'll be looking for another like him. Hopefully better, but at least the same or similar. I don't think a bird like that is in this pen. Maybe it'll be next batch, or the batch after that, or the batch after that. I hatch all season long. Little groups, staggered. It costs a lot in feed. If you're growing a bulk grow, the closer you condense your hatching, the more work you have for yourself, and the more expensive that time period is. So I like to stretch it out for about 7 months total. And that lets me get in a couple hundred birds, so I can find that 1 in 100 or that 1 in 200 bird who can make or break the breeding pens the following season. So I probably have a total of about 5 hours in here today by the time I dilly-dally with some birds and do all the nitpicking, getting through all these pens. I'll probably have another video later too, once I get into sorting some babies. I don't know. I still need to check in with the husband and see if he needs me in the garden today. It's garden season too, and we just have work all over the place. So more on this later.